still have the fast heat to come. Might rewrite the top 10 completely before the dust settles here. Except Jane Hendrigan's time. That will remain, I'm predicting.
That will not be erased.
No, that will not be erased.
I'll go out on a limb and say that. Now we'll get our second group out here in just a moment. We can tell you on the middle school field events, the shot put is over. And Jai Jackson was your winner, 55.3½. It's not bad for a 14-year-old. Kedrick Edney, 49.925, and Ronan Crawford, 46.10. Girls long jump still in the beginning of the third flight, so much more to come there. We've got a 5,000 race. The faster group by seed, led by Sophia Christensen, Golden, Colorado, Charlotte Hardy, Shawnee Mission East in Kansas, Brielle McLarnon from Holmdel in New Jersey, Sophie Alexander, Asheville, North Carolina, and Sophia Rodriguez. Great talent for running for Nike Elite now. She will also run the 3 this weekend. Sophia Rodriguez from Mercer Island, Washington. She will be part of it, especially a 3,000 meter group that is insanely good on Saturday. Of course, that'll be a Jane Hedengren. That'll be her last race. No, her second to last race. But it's going to be Hedengren, Rodriguez, Riley Blade, Zaria Makia from New York, who is also a BYU recruit. So BYU can probably start engraving more Big 12 women's championships, or at least some medals for that group. And speaking of Riley Blade, she is in this race as well. As the lead right now, Rodriguez up there in the first group. The very durable Emily Wisniewski, now running for Nike Elite, just finished up at Crescent Valley High School in Corvallis. She's been dominant in the 5A ranks in Oregon, at 3,000 especially. Wisniewski in 4th. So these Nike Elite runners in this blue-yellow pattern. Blade's outfit slightly different. 78 for the last lap. Blade, Bartlow, Delaney Reuter from Colorado, Wisniewski, Rodriguez. I mean, you look at this group, these are going to be collegiate 5K runners, several of this prime group.
Yeah, these are the runners that I was talking about that NCAA coaches, if they haven't sort of earmarked them for their program already or talked to them or approached them, these are the ones they want, because these are going to be stalwarts on the cross-country team and part of the sort of middle distance running team on their collegiate team once they do get there.
One of the legendary distances on this track in 5,000 meters, some of the best high school runners around the country now singly fire on the rail here, led by Riley Blade. That last lap was 79.7.
79 second laps is what they're lapping around here at. And this group of 6 have moved smartly away from the rest of the field. Blade, Bartlow, Wisniewski, Rodriguez, Barker, and Reuter.
The record 15:55.94 set by Wesley Frazier back in 2013. 16:04.69 is a Haywood field record by David Noe set back in 2023.
Well, Right now, Bob, they're on about 16:30 pace. If they're able to maintain this to the finish, barring any slowdowns or massive accelerations.
Number 2 all time on the high school indoor list is Riley Blade.
Riley Blade continues to lead here. It was another 79 second lap that she just knocked out.
Well, the athlete I've seen run the most of this group, and we've seen a lot of Rodriguez and Blade, but Wisniewski, her 4 years, 3,000, her event, finished third as a freshman, second as a sophomore, and won it as a junior and senior. And in the 3, she would be the one at the end who had no fear, was not tired, could gut it out against anyone. She ran a 5,000 last year at our event, finished third, went 16:44.89. That's her PR. And she ran at this event and finished second in her sophomore year, 16:10. And she ran this event as a freshman. So I think she's ready. But Riley Blade is also a relentless finisher.
Yep.
Rodriguez will run with anyone. Rodriguez is the one who will lurk the entire race on your shoulder and then blast you at the end. Through 1800, Blade, 5:50.98. Rodriguez. There's Rodriguez pushing a little bit on the backstretch. In second, there's Bartlow in the navy. Barker also in navy, black. Riley Blade will run up front until you stop her.
So they hit 2K in 6:30 dead on. That would put them at the finish at 16:15, so they're going even faster than I had predicted earlier. But all 6 of these women look very relaxed and easy, and they seem to be just happy to let Blade sort of set the pace and the rhythm here. And they'll just surf along, waiting and lurking. That was a good word you used there, Bob, for some of these runners. They're waiting to make their move.
And that time would be, again, better than anyone not named Hedengren this year in the 5.
Yeah, Zariel Machia is second. She opted to run in the U20 championships here. Ran that this morning, 16:30. So that is the second fastest sort of high school age time in the country, behind Hedegren's superlative 14:57. But you could see a rewriting of the whole of the top 10 if these 6 are able to maintain this pace all the way to the finish. Because they should all be in the 6:15, 6:20 range.
Blade's PR is 16:18. She won this race here last year. She made it to the California State Final in the 3200, finished second. And just getting to that meet is so difficult with your, just getting through the sectionals is a monster. And she's just coming off running a 9:57 2-mile up in Renton at the Brooks PR a couple of weeks ago. Yeah, she was in the race with Hedrigan, but finished a little further back. you see
I think-
Wisniewski has dropped back a little bit, but don't be fooled by that.
I think Blade's pressing a little bit here, Bob. They're kind of strung out. The elastic band's starting to stretch on some of these runners. And Blade is starting to ratchet it up here as we're getting
And she looks like
deep
she's
into the second half of the race.
working the least hard, too.
Yeah.
9:43 at the line. That was a 75. She has cranked it up the last 3 laps, 78, 77, 75. Rodriguez came along with her. Everybody else lost a little ground. It's Reuter, Barker, Bartlow, Wisniewski.
They were 9:43 at the 3K mark, 2K to go from here. So yeah, they've picked it up. They're down under, they're south of 16:15 pace right now with this injection of pace that Riley Blade has put into the race. And she's absolutely relentless when she goes off the front like this, Bob. She just keeps winding it up, and people are scrambling to get on terms with her, and they're dropping back.
Washington State sophomore Sophia Rodriguez. U.S. freshman record holder indoors. Number 2.
Blade, Rodriguez. Now at 11 minutes, 10:59 for Blade. Rodriguez, 2 seconds back. 4 laps to go. Reuter, Barker, 3rd and 4th. So now this is a 4-horse race.
It's a great camera angle there, right down by the water jump pit as they sweep around that turn. You look right into the eyes of the runners here at Hayward Field. It is going to be a battle for second, third, and fourth there between Rodriguez, Reuter, and Barker. I don't think they're going to catch Blade. Blade's too strong here. And traffic will start to interfere with any chase now as we get into the final 3 laps to go.
Rodriguez looking pretty comfy back there in second, but a lot of ground to make up. But she might be preparing to lock down second place.
Well, you
She
start
has a
to
16:22 outdoors and indoors.
strategically at this stage, Bob, with the win wrapped up, you start to become quite selfish and really just thinking about, well, I want to get second, I'm not going to win. So you start to look at the runners around you, and you've got the little micro battle. You're not going to win the race. And that's exactly what Rodriguez, Reuter, and Barker are going through right now. One of them won't make it onto the podium.
But you want to finish the race strong and kind of get that feeling for how the 5 feels. Now Blade picking it up. She's run back-to-back 76s. This is the penultimate lap. And she looks just fine.
There was a point about a lap ago, Bob, with Blade. I thought she was starting to falter a little bit, but as you just noted, she's refocused here, and I think the passing of the lapped runners has helped her refocus a little bit on the task at hand, and let's get to the finish line as quickly as possible.
She'll hear the bell now. And 16:18, her best, with 400 to go. 14:47. She's going to bury her PR here. This will be U.S. number 2 by quite a margin behind Hedenberg. Riley Blade, Nike Elite, Corona, California. Bringing it home strong. Has led the entire race from the first 200. That's right at 16 minutes. Number 2 U.S. this year. 15:59.65. Second base, place still to come. That was Holly Barker from Mission Viejo. 16:15.96. That is now U.S. number 3. Sofia Rodriguez, let's see who's going to be third. Boy, they really spread out here at the end. Rodriguez, I see Rodriguez third. They're scoring Reuter. Did Reuter also come in? So Reuter third, Rodriguez fourth, Bartlow fifth. Wisniewski will be seventh. No, she's sixth. Oh, we had some lap traffic mixed in.
Yeah, I think that's what's throwing off the timing, but here we are, we're getting that rewriting of the top 10, Bob, of the 5,000 for the high school age girls nationally. .72 the final lap for Riley Blade. I think she probably had it in her head with maybe a lap to go a little bit before that, that 16 minutes was within her sights, and she really turned it on to just dip under the 16-minute mark. 15:59.65. There it is for you lower left of the screen. Barker 15 seconds adrift at 16:15, but still third best nationally. Reuter 16:24, that's number 4. Rodriguez 16:24, also into the top 10 nationally.
She clears 14 feet, 3¼ inches, and moves into the lead on the two with 2 attempts left at that bar. Willisville, your new leader in U20 women's football.
Now moving into the boys GARMIN 5,000-meter run championship.
By the way, that marked 4 seconds off the meet record. 15:55.94. Wesley Frazier from Raleigh, North Carolina in 2013. That is a new Hayward Field record. And that was just set 2 years ago. Peyton Noe from Iowa